All right, another example for us to work out, only we're working with perpendicular lines now. We are going to construct the perpendicular line to a given line through a given point that is not on that line. Well, first off, we need a line. And some random point. Now, in this case, we're going to ignore A and B. In fact, if you right-click on point A and select Show Object, and right-click on point B and Show Object, you can get rid of them entirely and not have to worry about them for the rest of this. That could throw you off a little bit with all those extra points lying around. So the first thing we need to do is we need to draw an arc. We need something that is centered at C that will go through the line in a couple different places. Now in this case, I'm going to put one of those intersections actually on the line using my extra point that I need anyway. And find the other one using the intersection. All right, so now that we've got 2 points, what we can do is we can set our compass, actually, because this is getting a little large, I'm going to move my point C a little closer. And I can actually move it closer to D so we have a smaller circle. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the compass tool, and I'm going to draw a circle that has the same radius as CD, but this time I'm going to center it at D. And I'm going to do the same thing again, radius CD, and center this at E. Now what this does is it gives us a point of intersection at C, since CD has the same distance as CE, and all of those distances are shared in all 3 circles. One of those points of intersections of these last 2 circles we drew is point C. The other point of intersection, as we will see, is down here right below it. What that does is gives us our 2 points, like I showed in my construction of perpendicular lines video, the 2 points that we need to draw our perpendicular line to our original. And there you have it. Constructed a perpendicular line to a given line through the given point not on the line. Couldn't be easier. Play around with this a little bit and change your points where they could be, what you could try and do. There are some examples in the textbook that I use that show some triangles drawn, and one of the sides of the triangles is actually a line. So that's being done and using the extra point that's not on that third line or on that line to draw a perpendicular line to it. So have fun, play around with it, and see what you can create.